The 1950s. Clemson wasn't a university yet. Drive-ins were popular. Not only drive-in movie theaters, but the restaurants with curb service. Harold Mack McCowan had gone to see a movie in Anderson. When he came back from the movie, he didn't have his wallet.
I lost it in the movie, and I went back down and never showed up, so it probably came out of my pocket when I was watching the movie down there.
Out of necessity and hunger, Mack started working for Dan Gentry, one of the only restaurateurs in Clemson at the time.
I came back and Dan put me to work so I could eat for a day or two.
Mack worked for Dan whenever he could, between classes and after school. Realizing that Mack had a passion for the work, Dan convinced Mack to make a move. Mack and Ted Hunter started Mack's Drive-In in 1956 between Clemson and Pendleton. The restaurant is located at the intersection of Pendleton Road and Booker Springs.
It was a trolley car from Atlanta. It had 7 or 9 stools in it.
He taught me in the opening the thing. I had no idea I'd be here all this time. I'd finished school then. Just had finished school.
Now, 50 years later, Mack still draws a crowd from quite a distance.
I'm from Columbia.
We're from Pickens.
I've seen people come all the way off the interstate to stop here.
We've been to New York and all kinds of places and eaten at famous restaurants, and I'd just soon come to Mack's and get a hamburger and some good old country iced tea.
Quality is important to a restaurant. If people don't like your food, they won't come back. Mack's Drive-In features much of the same short-order menu they started off with in 1956. Although the times have changed, the dedication to quality preparation hasn't.
Things have changed a lot. 2 hamburgers, 2 drinks would be 73 cents when we moved in here. Of course, people were working for 35 cents an hour. Meat was 33 cents a pound. Free and bed bill would pay your bread bill once a week. On Saturday, it'd be about $40. Now it's $50 a day.
The customers that come flocking in day after day don't mind the fact that there's no special, no sale, no combo meals. They just care about the food.
It's fantastic. Fantastic place to eat, good place to meet friends and have conversations. So.
It's great. Delicious.
Some of the best iced tea I've ever had in my life.
I come up here a couple of times a year and usually come by here to have one of his good hamburgers.
Mack's Drive-In is a small restaurant featuring a short-order style bar. There's only one table inside the building, and it's a booth. Several other tables are available outside on the wood patio, and they're specifically reserved for people eating. In fact, when trying to interview Mack, we had a problem finding a place to set our camera where it wouldn't be in the way.
Well, I just know when I go in there and come back out, I've had a good homemade hamburger, even if I have to stand up.
I wish it was a little bit bigger, but then again, it'd be a little bit more work somebody'd have to do.
Mack's Drive-In is known not only for its quality food and small environment. Mack's is a Clemson landmark, full of memorabilia, photos, and other Clemson stuff. It wasn't intended to be that way.
That just happened. Every picture on this wall has something to do with Mack's. Football players, All-Americans. Every picture on this wall has something. If you picture on this wall, you've done something special. We just don't hang a picture on the wall to cover a concrete rock. It's up there for a reason. And we got a lot of pictures that we've taken off to put new pictures up there, because we don't have room for them.
Mack's Drive-In has had the same 3 employees since it opened: Mack, Ted, and Esther. Ted's wife comes in during the day and helps out, and Ted's son, Pat, comes in at night.
Mack and I started the business together, and then I bought Mack out in 85. So I've owned the business since 85, and I'll probably turn the business over to Pat in the next year.
There have been others come and go, and Mack says he's enjoyed working with every one of them.
Getting dedicated people. But I've been lucky with that. Like most people who work for me have been pretty loyal. They have good pay them enough money. In this business, you never pay people what they're worth. So they have to move on.
In this small restaurant, the clientele know that they're talking to the owners, and the owners want their clients to know they're welcome.
But you can go into these chains, they're working back in the kitchen or the restaurant, but they never walk out in the dining room and even know a customer's there. You know, when a freshman comes here, they're away from home. And you know, it's new to them, strange to them. They come in here and we try to make them feel like there's something special, like they're at home. And you know, we just, you know, I don't try to compete with McDonald's, Burger King, Hardee's. You know, if a guy comes in here or a student comes in here and says, God, I left my money. I said, that's fine. Next time you come in, just tell me, we'll take care of it. You know, if I'm not busy, I see a customer on the counter, I just start a conversation with them, find out where they're from, and this, that, and the other.
People have been gone 20, 30 years. They don't go back to that place. Come in and say hello, and I don't feel like that at home. I think we don't change much.
You know, if a guy comes in here and he's working out there on a wine truck like you found, or he got mud on his feet, he can come in here and eat, and I sweep that mud up. If I got carpet on the floor, he ain't gonna come in here. I found out over the years, you patronize the working people. You know, if you get too fancy, you turn around and you better change your clientele. We've had all types of people, but a lot of people that works outside or something, they wouldn't come to a place and got carpet on it and all that because, you know, my theory is trying to make people comfortable.
Mack's Drive-In is a unique Clemson icon, one that's earned the man behind the name the Order of the Palmetto, South Carolina's greatest civilian honor, as well as the Order of the Tiger from Clemson University. This small, independent restaurant has been in business for 50 years and is proof positive that a restaurant that offers the same type of food can stand toe-to-toe with chain restaurants and survive.
You know, the governor's eat in here. We've been in Sports Illustrated, been in Sam Latter Magazine, been in Southern Home, they've been 2 or 3 times. There's no telling who you'll see walking this door. Boomer Seisman's been here, Brett Munchberger been in here. So, you know, you can come in and sit down, you don't know who's going to be walking in that door, you're going to be set aside.
Well, I never made a whole pile of money, you know that. With money and everything, you know. I never intended that to start with.
And to the entrepreneur starting a restaurant of their own, what advice would Mack give them?
The only thing I know is if you're going to be in business for very long, you learn don't take yourself too serious.
If a picture's crooked, it's supposed to be crooked. Don't worry about it. When I get time, I'll straighten it up.
That's exactly right. You know, you work hard, you get in, you go to work and do what you got to do the best you can that day, and that's it. Don't worry about other things. So business goes up and down, don't worry about it. Don't get too don't overload yourself, or you can't survive a few ups and downs. So most people get in this business, they start out booming, then all of a sudden a little slow period comes along, and then they overspent and bought too much equipment, fancy stuff they don't really need.
People across the country know Mack's Drive-In. People across the country come back to Mack's Drive-In. How does that make the guys at Mack's Drive-In feel?
It makes 50 years of hard work worthwhile. But I don't understand it, you know, because I ain't done anything special. Done what I like to do, the way I like to do it. But it's nice to know that I remember.
I don't try to have the Hyatt or the Hilton or the Sheraton. I got Max, and it's different.